Hello, my people. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for joining me today, guys. So, it is your girl, your one and only Choco in the building. Guys, you guys need to support me on this. You need to help me build this platform. You need to help me build this channel. And the only way you can do that is to help share the video, subscribe to this channel. You know what I mean? In that way, you are helping your girl Choco, to build this platform. So please, guys, if you're new to my channel, this is Karin's Motivation, and you're welcome to the family. So, meanwhile, if you've already subscribed, please go ahead and share. So, guys, I just want to talk about something today. Initially, I did not plan on doing this video, but I just had to do it because I felt so heartbroken when I heard about what I want to talk about today, guys. So, you remember last week, was it 1.5 weeks ago, I made a video on infertility. So, initially on that video, I was sharing my experience on, my journey with secondary infertility, how it was so difficult for me to fall pregnant, for my second child and things like that. And on that video, I, made mention of what I actually took that made me fall pregnant. And guys, as soon as I published that video, about 2 hours after I published that video, I started receiving messages from women. So I was so amazed. I was so happy to receive those messages from them. So in the course of that, we're just chatting, sharing our experiences and things like that, the frustrations that comes with childlessness and infertility and things like that. So in the process of that conversation, most of those women made me to understand that they're at the verge of their marriages are at the verge of breaking down because of childlessness, because of secondary infertility, and because of infertility as a whole. And I was like, I was so heartbroken when I heard that, because why should a woman be made to suffer, or why should anybody be made to suffer simply because they are unable to bear for the child? So I just had to make this video because I just want to create awareness of the fact that, being childless is enough frustration. Being childless comes with enough pain already. Now, someone coming to add to that by pressurizing a childless woman for a child is more than enough. It is unbearable. It is a terrible thing to do. It doesn't matter who you are. You have no right whatsoever to pressurize a childless woman who is believing God, who is on that journey of trying to conceive, but yet it's not happening. You understand? So I just want to talk to mother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, and friends today on this platform. I just want to make you guys to understand that children are gifts from God. No one can create a human being. So please, if you understand that you have no reason whatsoever to insult or to make negative comments about childless women, about those who are unable to bear for the child. Now, I just want to talk to all mother-in-laws out there who think that because they are mother-in-law, they have the right to pressurize their daughter-in-laws to an extent of, wanting to chase them out of their marriages simply because they are childless, simply because they are infertile. I just want to talk to you, mother-in-laws. Have a rethink and understand that children are gifts from God. You don't want to take the position of God. You don't want to take the place of God, do you? Because God himself in the Bible made us to understand that he is a jealous God. He doesn't share his position with anybody. So you who is wanting to take the place or trying to take the place of God on earth, by wanting to chase your daughter-in-law out of her marriage simply because she is childless, then be ready to incur the wrath of God. Mother-in-laws, there is God, there is God, and he is the only giver of children. Because these women made me to understand that, they can't even talk when others are talking because they are childless. They made me to understand that in a family meeting, they are just, meant to shut up because they don't have a child. Some of them made me to understand that some friends have just taken it upon themselves to insult them, to just raise insults on them simply because they don't have a child. Now, I just want to talk to sisters in laws as well, because some of these ladies made me to understand that. One of them made me to understand that she sat in her house one day and her sister-in-law just bashed in unannounced with her kids and left them there. And when she was about to ask some questions like why, she was asked to shut up, that house needs noise. Her house needs noise. Now, I just want to talk to all sister-in-laws out there. The fact that you have children doesn't give you the right to mock or to insult someone who doesn't have a child. You have no right, because those kids you have are not by your making. You do not create them. You understand? God gave them to you. And the same God who gave them to you can snatch them. God forbid. But you have to be very, very careful at times the way you do things. You don't know the kind of frustration, the kind of pain that these women who doesn't have children go through day after day, night after night. They cry every day before they go to bed. So if you're there trying to, make their marriages a living hell for them, then all the tears that have been pouring out day after day and night after night is going to be on your head. It is going to be on your head. And sooner or later, you're going to incur the wrath of God. Because He is the only giver of children. You have no right whatsoever. And if you're a mother-in-law and you desperately need a grandchild, please, mama, please, papa, you can go to an orphanage. In the orphanage, you will see babies as young as a month old. You can adopt them if you so, badly need a grandchild. Stop pressurizing your daughters-in-law simply because they don't have a child. And when it comes to this, journey of infertility and trying to conceive, all fingers and all eyes are on the woman. And I begin to wonder and I begin to ask myself, why? In the first place, you don't have to point fingers at anybody whosoever, be it the man or the woman, because you can't create a human being. But nowadays, people think that it is a woman that has got a problem and things like that. And even if she has a problem, it is none of your business. Just let her deal with her infertility, because it is already enough frustration. It is already enough pain. And just to make matter worse, some family members are not helping situations. Some parents go to an extent of insulting their daughters that they've sold their wombs for money. That is why they are childless. Seriously? That is a period when you're supposed to be there for them, not against them. Because the world is already against them. Their in-laws are against them. And you as a mother or as a father, you're supposed to stand firm for them. You're supposed to be there for them, not against them, not calling them names. Now, some friends many friends out there have used this as an opportunity to get on their fellow friends, to insult them, to pour out their jealousy. Because it doesn't mean that a woman is childless, she doesn't need to look good. She doesn't have to drive an expensive car. She doesn't have to look, kept. You know what I mean? Because some people just think that because you're childless, you need to start living inside the cupboard. You don't need to talk when others are talking. You don't need to raise a point. You don't even need to raise your voice. You don't even need to sit where others are sitting. Why? Can you create a human being? You who have got children. Do you think that those children were by your making? Do you think that you've got those children because you went and slept there and opened your leg and you fell pregnant? My dear, if that was the case, then these women who are searching for children, you don't know the kind of postures. You don't know the kind of the kind of positions they take just to fall pregnant, but yet it's not just coming. And you think that because you went and slept there and you opened your leg and you fall pregnant, that was it. Girl, when I was, searching for my second child, when I was trying to conceive my second child, you needed to see the kind of postures I took just to fall pregnant. but it just did not happen. That is enough to make us understand that this child issue thing is a mystery you cannot understand. Only God alone has got a clue of what is going on. So please, let these women be. Don't insult them. And if you think that because you've got kids, you can use that as a guarantee to insult someone who doesn't have, please think about it again. There is God, oh. There is God. Because at the end of the day, God is going to shame you all. God is going to shame you all. Because the fact that they don't have a child now doesn't mean they're going to be childless for the rest of their lives. So please, don't force God. Otherwise, you're going to incur the wrath of God if you keep doing that to childless women. It doesn't matter. So please, guys, let childless women be. Let them be. It is already enough frustration, the fact that they don't have a child. Do you think, you mother-in-law, do you think you feel the pain more than they themselves who are going through all of this? How can a mother-in-law go to chase her daughter-in-law out of her marriage simply because she is childless? That is a terrible thing to do. It is a terrible thing to do. And if you've done that, or you're about to do that, know that the wrath of God is coming and you're going to surely incur the wrath of God sooner or later. You have no right whatsoever. Go and adopt a grandchild if you so desperately need one. And a sister-in-law, you don't have any right to go to your brother's house and start, pressurizing his wife simply because she doesn't have a child. Can you create a human being? Can you? Those kids you've got were not by your makings in the first place. And the same God who gave those kids to you can take them away, God forbid, but you have to be mindful of that. You have to be mindful of that. So please, so-called friends, don't mock your fellow friends because they are childless. Don't think that is an opportunity for you to, say, to air out your jealousy. Because your friend is childless doesn't mean she doesn't need to look good. Doesn't mean she doesn't need to, drive a good car, or maybe, yeah. So guys, no woman whatsoever should be made to suffer because she's childless. Please. No woman should be made to suffer because she's childless. No woman should be chased out of a marital home because she is childless. The childless women are human beings as well. The fact that they don't have children doesn't make them less of a human being. So why should they be treated differently? Simply because they are childless. So please, 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 mothers-in-law, sisters-in-laws, friends, please have a rethink when you're trying to raise insult on childless women. It doesn't matter if they've committed countless abortion. It doesn't matter. It's a sin. Abortion is a sin. Fine. Who haven't sinned? You who is raising that insult, you who is wanting to go there and chase them out of their marriage. If you've never sinned before, then go ahead and do it. Because some people will go to an extent of saying, oh, they've committed countless abortion, they've emptied their wombs and things like that. And so what? Haven't you committed an abortion before as well? If you've never committed an abortion, then you've sinned. Because in the eyes of God, sins are all the same. So don't sit there and think that because they've committed, haven't you seen someone who hasn't even got a womb conceive? So I don't think it's an opportunity for anybody to raise insult or whatsoever, because children are mysteries you cannot understand. God alone has got the ultimate say. You have no right. Parents, mother-in-laws, whosoever, you have no right. You are in no position to do that. You are in no position to do that. And if you want to force yourself by doing it, then be ready to incur the wrath of God sooner or later. It is very clear. Because why should you go for something that is beyond your power? If you cannot give children, why chase somebody out of a marital home simply because she doesn't have a child? If you cannot give a child, if you cannot create a human being, then you have no right whatsoever to chase anybody out of a marriage, or to insult anybody, or to make side comments. And some African families even make matter worse because someone is already having a child and they are finding it difficult to conceive for the second child, and they are considered childless. It is terrible. They already have a child, but the fact that they don't have a second child, they are considered childless. Like, seriously? You who is criticizing them, you who is throwing comments, you who is saying all sorts of terrible things, are you God? But just wait, just sit and wait. Very soon God is going to disgrace you all. God is going to put all of you guys to shame. All you who are raising insults, calling childless women names, sooner or later, God is going to disgrace you all. So guys, we really need to stop. At times, we really need to stop and let these women be. Please, guys. So, peeps, that was the end of this, story for today. I just had to talk about it, guys. Now that I've talked about it, I'm lighter. I feel good. I don't know about you. If you've got anything to say, drop them down there in the comment section. I'll be so delighted to read from you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned. Thank you for sticking around. Continue to stick around and help your girl build this channel. If you love your girl and you really want to support me build this channel, guys, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel and go ahead and share my videos. Thank you so much. Love you, and see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye.